This is He Knows the Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. We're keeping the foot on the what? On the next. We're keeping the foot on the what? On the next. Now let's get on to it, man. Woo! And the prediction king strikes again. Let's talk about it, man. Teofimo Lopez. This guy is a super duper hype job variation. Let me say it again. He's a super duper hype job variation. If you sit there and look at film study on Teofimo Lopez and look at the fights that he had, Edis Tatley, that's a fight that I want people to go back and do film study on. Diego Magdaleno fight, I want people to go back and do film study on that fight. And I want people to do film study on the Masayoshi Nakatani fight. What you're going to see is that Teofimo Lopez struggled against the D-level southpaw, or you want to call him F-level southpaw, in Diego Magdaleno. So he basically was having issues before the knockout came. The thing is this: Teofimo Lopez doesn't like to fight taller fighters. That's why he said, "Dad, no more taller fighters. I think I'm going to quit boxing for social media." Let me say it again. "Dad, no more taller fighters. I think I'm going to quit boxing because of social media pressure." There's a reason why he did that. Because he feels that if he's fighting a smaller fighter, he can bully them. You have to understand, when you're dealing with a bully, all you have to do is bully the bully right back. This is how you systematically break the bully down. Teofimo Lopez likes to telegraph his punches. He doesn't sit there and set shit up from a technical or a fundamental aspect. The reason why people are picking against Vasiliy Lomachenko and they're picking Teofimo Lopez is because they just can't stand the Mayweather comparisons with Vasiliy Lomachenko and Floyd Mayweather. And I get it. I'm not sold on Vasiliy Lomachenko. I've already said he looks like he comes out of a meatpack district. Let me say it again. He looks like he comes out of a meatpack district. And if they're saying that he's the Matrix, then I wouldn't even watch the Matrix series. I've been vehement about that. I'm not sold on Vasiliy Lomachenko like that. I think Vasiliy Lomachenko is a hype job, but Teofimo Lopez is a super duper hype job. You see, there's levels to this stuff. Let me say it again. Vasiliy Lomachenko is a hype job, but Teofimo Lopez is a super duper hype job variation. The reason why I'm telling you guys to look at film study and see how these fights are broken down, you will see how Teofimo Lopez is getting exposed in these fights. In the Diego Magdaleno fight, Diego Magdaleno was throwing shots. He was throwing a 1-2. He was throwing his jab and going right back with the right. If you notice, Teofimo Lopez was actually eating some of those shots up before he telegraphed his, okay, let me catch him gambling so I can go for that knockout. That's how Teofimo Lopez got the knockout. You understand now why he has the schnauzer that he has, because this guy gets hit up a lot before he's able to get the knockout. When you're dealing with a fighter like this that always is seeking the knockout, you just have to break their confidence. Let me say it again. You have to break their confidence. You have to systematically break them down. And then another bad habit of Teofimo Lopez: hand down, man down. Let me say it again. Hands down, man down. This guy keeps his hands down consistently throughout the variation of the fight. You can't do no fuck shit like that, especially against the likes of a Vasiliy Lomachenko that has the amateur background pedigree that he has. And not only that, you can't do that against Vasiliy Lomachenko that is a front foot, stalwart, offensive, dominant type of fighter. His back foot is shit, but his front foot game is off the charts. He can feint his ass off. He can angle your ass off. This is what Vasiliy Lomachenko does. Probably with the top 3 boxers in the game. He can feint his ass off and he knows how to fucking use his angles. That is going to be a whirlwind for Teofimo Lopez that he can't expect to do. He can't expect to overcome. Now, no one's going to sit here and act like Teofimo Lopez doesn't have a chance. There's a reason why this fight is happening. It's because he has at least a puncher's chance. Let me say it again. He has at least a puncher's chance. So because of that, Teofimo Lopez is in the running for this fight. Plus, styles makes for fights. People want to see the difference or they want to see the distinction, or they want to see the delineation between Vasiliy Lomachenko and his boxing pedigree versus Teofimo Lopez and his punching power. And they want to see which style is going to outdo the other. Here's the problem. Teofimo Lopez shows you that under pressurized situations, the fight that he got exposed the most in the Masayoshi Nakatani fight, that he does not like to sit there and get jabs and combinations thrown at him. This is what Vasiliy Lomachenko does in leagues and droves. He throws jabs at you and he throws combinations at you. As a matter of fact, he throws combinations on top of combinations on top of combinations. And then he swarms you with angles, and then he swarms you with feints on top of those combinations. That's an onslaught that Teofimo Lopez is not used to. This is how Vasiliy Lomachenko is able to negate the whole height dichotomy that Teofimo Lopez thinks he has as an advantage over Vasiliy Lomachenko. This is the problem with super duper hype jobs. They are deluded in their brains. He's a brain full of mush and a brainwashed dodo head. He's not a boxer. There's nothing that when you look at Teofimo Lopez in the boxing ring, you're sitting there and saying, man, he does this at a high level. The only thing he has is his punching power. This guy telegraphs his punches, and then he uses his athleticism and his speed to make it seem like he's doing something special in the ring, when in actuality he is not. This is why when the chickens come to roost and Vasiliy Lomachenko exposes his ass, it's going to be interesting to see what the excuses are going to come from the super duper hype job fanboys. They're going to have a lot to say. And you know what they're going to say? Well, you know, and he knows the sport, preparing your mind for it. Well, you know, he got beat by, you know, the guy that was, you know, the man at 135. So it's a learning lesson. We don't want to hear that. We're not going to allow that fuck shit. Because you guys told us in your own reverse bias, AK detractors, AK panders mindset, that Teofimo Lopez was going to expose Vasiliy Lomachenko. And if that's the case, if the exposure is going to happen, then keep that same energy, dog. Let me say it again. Keep that same energy, dog. But I'm giving you guys reference here. Diego Magdaleno fight. Watch film study of that fight from round after round after round. What you're going to see is Teofimo Lopez was getting hit in that fucking schnauzer of his. That's why it's as big as his damn face. And then go look at the Edis Tatley fight. Edis Tatley was tagging him with counters. This is something that when I sit here and look at the level of these type of fighters, and I look at the level of Vasiliy Lomachenko, I'm like, Vasiliy Lomachenko is leagues and shoulders above these guys. Even Bob Arum, after the Masayoshi Nakatani fight, was like, Teofimo Lopez got beat up by a guy that was supposed to be a fight that he was supposed to win vehemently. Like, he was supposed to knock this guy out. And if this is his coming party, then he is not ready for Vasiliy Lomachenko. Bob Arum's been around the sport for damn near, you could say, over 50 years. And you think he doesn't know a thing or two? And don't chalk it up and try to say he's old and senile. We're not trying to hear that fuck shit. He basically saw that and he was like, okay, then he's not ready. And see, this is what super duper hype job fanboys need to come to the conclusion of. Now we got Teofimo Lopez telling us that the reason why the contract was being stalled is because this dude was trying to petition to get sanctioned as a WBC franchise belt. Y'all need to keep that same energy, dog. Let me say it again. Keep that same energy. The same way that y'all got on Vasiliy Lomachenko about him accepting the WBC French fry belt. It's the same way that you got to get on Teofimo Lopez about him wanting to get this WBC French fry belt, because that means that Teofimo Lopez wants to duck the Devin Haney's of the world. He wants to duck the Gervonta Davises of the world. He wants to duck all that free smoke at 135 so that he could move his rabbit ass up to 140. See? You see? That's why he knows the sport is like things that make you say, Things that make you say, Not only is Teofimo Lopez revealing himself as a super duper hype job, but he's also revealing himself as a fraud and a quitter. And I wonder, where'd you guys hear that from? Sounds like he knows the sport had his thumb in the needle on the damn situation. Once a super duper hype job, always a super duper hype job. And he knows the sport leaves with this, as the great Maya Angelou once said. When a person shows you who they are the first time, believe them. Let me say it again. When a person shows you who they are the first time, believe them. Recap. Once a super duper hype job, always a super duper hype job. This is He Knows the Sport. Check it out.